Gallagher Premiership. We've been following it all year. The ups, the downs, talking to people who have really succeeded and then others who have really been surprisingly poor this season, maybe. And we're down with Bath against Leicester Tigers, man. Did you see the semi-finals? Did you catch them?
I did catch them.
Quality games of rugby.
Cracking games of
doesn't matter if your
Premiership product is out of control good. From wherever it was, maybe 5 or 6 plus years ago, where it is one of the best comps to watch.
Honestly,
the rugby
was
mustard.
Insane.
It's absolutely mustard. And the final is juicy because you've got Bath, the ones everyone's been talking about all year. They've delivered. They've led the league. They're on for their third trophy. They're in their third final. But of all the teams that could be waiting on the other side, I have a feeling Leicester Tigers are their Huckleberry. You know what I mean? This is going to be a game that goes down to the wire. I can't see one team blowing the other out.
You're fired up.
Yeah, I think it's got a bit of everything. It's got, forward packs going head to head. You've got mustard batlines. You've got best 9 and 10s going at each other. Like, there is no excuse for this not to be almost an international quality game. And I think if I was a betting man,
oh my goodness,
if I was a betting man, you'd probably be leaning to Bath. But there's something whispering to me.
The Tigers. You said this before we jumped on.
That
you were like,
Ben Youngs and Dan Cole and what they've given to that club over the last, got to be, how many years I'm retired? They've got to be going there at least 18
they're
years.
Professional.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to count. For some reason, I have a feeling that could bleed into the performance, and they do have the guns to at least match Bath. Bath probably have a little bit more firepower, but they have the pack that can kind of hang with them, the 9 and 10 that can hang with them, the gas out wide that can kind of create something. So it's like, of all the teams, they're the only one I thought that might be able to do it, and now we get to see.
Well, it's going to be interesting. And Bath, if you look back at those semi-finals, in the end, breezed past Bristol, but it was interesting half-time. Bristol were 13-6 up. Yeah. I thought some of the rugby that was on display.
Oh, it was a salty game.
It was the ball in play, man, of that. And it's almost like it is quite contrasting styles. I think that semi-final then compared to what was an attritional competition in the air, in the set piece. So that game between, I'm talking about Leicester versus Sale.
That was a bit more Safa ball.
It was. And I just think, you are going to look at two very different sort of game plans. I get excited, in particular at number 10, because you've got, obviously, Finn Russell going up against Handré Pollard. These two guys quite literally are... You kind of have to argue being the two of the best in the world position.
I think it'd be hard to say then both not in the top 5 in the world. I don't think you'd find one person that would argue either of them are out of the top 5.
And they earn the cash as well.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest billers. Yeah. Well, I don't know what Handré Pollard is, but I think I'm pretty sure it's about £1 million.
I remember hearing something like those sort of numbers. Well, when you're a marquee, there's no limit. You know what I mean?
You're saying the millionaires are going up against each other.
This is $1 Million Davey talking right here, mate. Let's see who thinks it out. The only thing I'll say is, I've made a big case for Leicester.
Yes.
But the other, the logical voice in me obviously sees how good Bath are. But then there's also the fact they lost the final last year.
And you think that's going to get
burns you to go over. How many teams does that happen where you lose a year and then you come back and you win it again? Very rarely do you use 2 in a row.
Well, they just don't need a red card.
Yeah, exactly. And so that probably makes me think that they'll be so focused and switched on to get the job done. But I just have this little whisper that, Leicester Tigers is something special in that this year, this class, and
I don't disagree.
It would be either way. It's going to be a really fitting way. Yeah. It's going to be a really fitting way to end for either team.
We shall see, and it is on the Rugby Network. Can we just say that again? The final this year is on the Rugby Network, TRM Plus. For all those who subscribe, you can watch it. If you've got your Premiership ticket, you can also watch it with that. But you've just got to go and watch it in the USA, 10 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, and it's coming to you live. Bath against Leicester Tigers. Corbis is fired up.
I'll be watching in here. Espresso's ready, ice bath done, G'd up to the gills to watch some proper Premiership code.
Oh, we are indeed. But anyway, look, that's our Premiership. We've enjoyed a lot in terms of what we've seen throughout the year. It's down to that final 2.